Hello, Rebel GMan 5A. We're back. We were off last time because there was far too much decorating that needed to be done. Oh my god. It's finally all done though, so that's nice. Yeah, we're on with Nugget here.
Hello.
As I accidentally show you my Discord as I tab out for something. It was fun.
Hide the nudes.
That's fine. It's just our Path of Exile channel. It's all good.
That's fine then. How are you doing?
I was making sure you weren't muted was the thing. It's like, does he be muted? Yeah, no, it's fine. Shall we talk about some 5A stuff?
Let's indeed.
There's 2 weeks to talk about, and a game because someone decided to play early. Yeah, we didn't. We're gonna look over the results from week 6 and week 7 real quick, and then I'm not playing any music. That was the bit that I was going to do as well. Oh, super professional metal cast. The absolute best. It's the one they expect.
I would say this is the lowest we've sunk, but I've seen you in action before and know that's not true.
Well, you know what? You say with the lowest we've sunk, we'll wait till you see the leaderboards and we'll discuss that in a moment. Canudo's taken a not necessarily unsurprising win over Hippocratic BBC. No offence to Marcelo, but he had about half the team that Muppetillo has. Under Sartosa taking a big 2-1 over Altdorf Acrobata, though. That's an important one for the Sartosa's standings.
Oh, definitely. And then Full Brittle Jacket getting the 2-1 against London with Learning. I actually watched this game on Cabal TV, and I think you tried to make it as difficult as possible for yourself in that game.
If you think I made this one as difficult as possible for myself, wait till you see the game against Ezekiel. Jesus. That was the stupidest game I've played in a while. But no, you know what? Actually, right.
Lots of KOs, if I remember. About 7.
Harvey played this really well, and it was aided by the fact that he had 7 KOs wake up at the same time. Because in the first half, my famous removal game dried up. Well, it didn't because I was getting KOs, but it wasn't Kaz's. As usual, as it normally is, and his entire team was KO'd. It was like 7 KOs, and they all just woke up, and I was like, that's. And it was actually down men going into the second half because my KOs didn't wake up. But we pulled it back.
You did indeed.
Dwarven Death Bowlers 2-2 against the Candyman faction. That is a result for the Death Bowlers, who've had a bit of a torrid season, really. So even getting a draw is a big deal for them, I would say.
Definitely. Well, hopefully when we have a wee look over the teams, we'll be seeing them going in the right position. Direction, that's the word. I've been struggling talking all day.
Well, you are Scottish. I mean...
Insert Scottish subtitles.
Now, Wolfbark's Mischief taking a 2-1 over Toro Loco. JJ Cash started quite strong, and it seems to be failing him towards the mid to end of the season. Now, I know I've spoke to Cash, and he's not particularly interested in doing that well. He's like, I'm playing Chaos, I'm going to have a developmental season, and then I'm going to come back stronger than ever next season. And I'm like, yeah, but what if? What if this could have been your season? I don't like the idea of burying a season.
No. Well, my always view of it is...
Unless you're playing, like, Nurgle. If you're playing Nurgle, bury the season, because they're all...
Yeah, that's me in the Big O this season. But I've always found it strange that people go, I don't care about the result, I want development. And I think... But the most SPP you get is for actually scoring. So trying to win the game develops your team.
That's why I had so many 3-0s and 3-1s at the beginning of the season. Was because I was like, I want to put lots of touchdowns in to get some SPP going. Grinch taking a massive 2-0 over the Goblins, showing that Orcs can beat Goblins Muppetillo.
Yeah. That's never going away.
Night Juggler's back taking a 2-1 over the Cairn Toads. And in the 7th week... Canudo's took a 1-0 over Toro Loco. Grinch took a 1-0 over the Dwarven Death Bowlers. Very 1-0 Orc week. The Cairn Toads pulling out a big win. 3-2.
High-scoring shenanigans. I think the Cairn Toads are the ones with the movement 9.
They are,
if I remember. Yes.
It's nice to see him get some points on the board as well. Poor Big Easy, because he's a lovely chap. But it's not really been going the best for him.
And then Gerber getting slapped about by under Sartosa BBA.
Now, he did say that what actually happened was all of his dice roll ever failed.
But we know that's not true, don't we?
I mean, it might be true.
It's Gerber, it's not true.
But it might be true.
Gerber, it's not true.
It probably isn't true, but that's not the point.
Definitely isn't true.
It probably definitely might be isn't true, but I don't care. I mean, this is what I've been told, and I'm just saying, you know. Where were we? Oh, Hippocratic BBC taking a 1-1 against the Goblins. These Goblins are doing quite well. You know what, right? Actually, I promised Jijishi that I'd take a rundown of the Stunty Cup standings to see what he needed to do to
Let me guess,
catch up.
you forgot to do that.
No, I started to. I started to, and then found Kiandra on his Goblins over in Rel and went, well, no one's having that good of a season, so there's no point me carrying on. Like, you don't understand. This Goblin team in Rel is stomping everybody. Yeah. It's gross. It's filthy.
Wolfbart taking a 2-1 win over the Art of Acrobata. Wolfbart putting the results in as of late.
Wolfbart, I did say he was one to watch, and he's come in late to do it. Now, this is kind of my faction was a 2-2. It started really, really well for Ezekiel. He got 2 MNGs on me within like 2 turns, and I was doing nothing, which was a little upsetting. But we got, and he then, I set up to try and steal, and he just pulled off magic dice after magic dice. My least favourite play he made, which was very, very good for him,
scoring the second touchdown,
was when when his Goblin burst out of nowhere. It was like a 3+ dodge from tackle, 5+ pickup, 3+ dodge from tackle, and just went, yeah, I can do that. I don't need rerolls. I just bailed, and I was like, oh, well, that's a draw then.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's enjoyable.
And there is one game played. Ezekiel has played again, and apparently the lack of Ezekiel's troll, we'll more on that in a minute, hasn't impacted him. But looking at the overall results, I am a mere 2 points ahead of Lozra, Disco Dave, and Muppetillo. Gosh, this is close.
The only good news you've got is, of course, Muppetillo and Disco Dave play each other this week.
No, there is more good news in that. No, there is. That's the only good news. Oof.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got a game in hand. They've played. And I was like, no, they haven't. Oops. One person's played. It's not them. Yeah. Damn.
And you, of course, are playing the Crazy Kids Live. So, Coach Cool, Muppetillo, or Disco Dave's new best friend,
or my new worst enemy. It could be one of our two. How close is this getting at the top? And Gerber's trailing the pack, and he's not particularly far behind.
I know, but it's Gerber. He's miles behind in real terms.
No, but we can't really say, because even Wolfbark and JJ Cash are in the running. Now we know JJ Cash is not that interested, but Wolfbark is putting a shift in after he's turned up in this div late.
He has. I'm just going to have a wee quick check to just see exactly what Wolfbark's record has been so far. So it is at the moment.
I think he inherited 5 wins losses.
So he has 5 wins and a loss on his team overall. So definitely
one of those wins would be from his
ramp up and such. Yeah,
I believe he inherited a 2-loss start. Disco Dave as well, by the way, inherited someone else's results. It was yours, I believe.
So a draw.
Yeah. So he's 5-1.
Yeah.
And I was the 1
so far. But you'll bottle it second half of the season.
Maybe. Let's have a look at the teams and see what's up. The Goblins are still Goblins, so they probably haven't changed a whole ton.
They've got an break tackling troll, which I believe is new.
Break tackle, I think no, he got that after Muppet. He got that. I had that when he played Muppetillo, because it was the break tackle. He break tackled into a 1 dice to win the game against Muppetillo. That's how that happened.
So good.
So he kind of really
has he got the stadium shit? He's got the knuckles all up.
He's had it for a while. But this is what you want your Goblins to do. 5 out of 6 on the Fnatic, 5 out of 6 on the Bombardier. So they'll be looking. I know what he's like.
They'll be dead next game. Let's be honest.
He'll absolutely vanity pass with that Bombardier. Probably
do a bomb pass, not a vanity pass, and kill his team.
Maybe. Yeah, that'd be quite funny, actually.
Click bomb pass instead of throw pass.
Like I say, it's the world he wants to live in. He doesn't want development. Gerber doesn't exist for the week. Well done for not rolling your levels, Gerber.
Yep. Well done, Gerber. Big easy TP. Oh, he's got more movement.
This is such a rapid Dark Elf team. The only thing wrong with this team, and it's one small thing, is that one of those Mighty Blow could have been Guard. Or the Witch Elf could have been Juggernaut, maybe, if you want to go that way instead. But I think
I would have. Yeah, I remember we spoke about this. Yeah, we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. The Blitzer taking the Mighty Blow after the Witch had, and I would have liked Guard, and so would you. But I mean, to have 2 Mighty Blow, it's never terrible. The witches are soft targets usually.
Well, I mean, up to 4 Mighty Blow is actually pretty good.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely the team that's coming together. 10 rostered players. Dark Elves, you're never really ever having 11 healthy players on your team, let's be honest.
Well, you can, but it's not easy.
It's not likely. But also just probably in the stage where you probably want a game or two where you can just build up a bit more bank in case the worst should happen. And I'm not sure if Jack the Riddler is a new player and that's why he's banked. Yeah, he is. So he's had to replace a Blitzer in his last 2 games. So that's why he's banked so low, and Jack the Riddler is new.
Yeah. Jack the Ribbiter.
Riddler. Blood Bowl text is hard to read.
You're Scottish, I'm sure it's hard to read.
But
He
you
has
don't
now
talk,
got...
it's difficult.
He's got Lyman on Croak on the Water, he's got Wrestle finally, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a team that is definitely dangerous. And it's definitely going the right direction. I played him right near the end of the season. I think it's my 13th game, and I'm not looking forward to it because it's only getting better as time goes on.
After all these nice things you're saying about him, he's going to be the one that costs you the league.
Oh,
I'm going to love him for
murder them all. Have you seen this team? This is JJ Cash's team now has a movement 7 Agi 4 Beastman because JJ Cash refuses to just not roll normal level ups. Like, he has to have a high Agi game.
JG Cash has a lovely strength 4 on the Blitz Dark Elf team here, I must say.
You know what's interesting about him as well is that he probably throws more vanity passes than anyone in our division. He has set himself a target of a minimum of 3 vanity passes every game between these 2 Agi players to keep them leveling. Yeah. That's why they're doing so well. He's not putting in tons of touchdowns on them. They're churning out vanity passes. On the average, he's getting something like 5 vanity passes per game.
Well, he's made 33 successful catches in 13 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
11 games, my bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's insane. It's like... That's why these 2 players are so developed, is because he just keeps tossing the ball between them. And I like that. I think that's a great strategy.
It is. No.
It's not winning in the division, though.
No. You had to go there.
I really hope he hasn't fired Bashful. Why haven't you fired Bashful? It's just bad. Please, Sam. Please. He's got a jump up blitzer as well. Like, this is the least... No, it's a jump up blitzer and a jump up troll slayer. He's got 2 jump ups.
Yeah,
this is the least...
I'm going to go quiet for a minute. You could take this.
This is the least dwarf team I've ever met. It just doesn't have dwarven. It's got mighty multi-block on the death roller. And you know what?
I loved how you were to say he's got mighty blow. Then you've also realised there's only mighty blow in the death roller.
You know what, Sam? If you're having fun, keep on trucking, buddy. Keep on trucking. Harvey is not that. Well, I was gonna say he's greatly diminished. It's a Skaven team. This is the dark side of the Skaven team. Like, you get into this spiral where you can't get more than 11 players to start with, including a bunch of loners. Then you take a couple of Khazar KOs, and then your vital players get exposed, and then they get jumped on by some Bretonian idiot.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what happens. But he's really trying. And like I say, I've watched his performance get better through the season, so this might be a rough season, but I think next season he's going to have picked up a lot of the skills and familiarity with this team to do quite well.
Yeah. Now, moving on to Losra, showing the opposite side of the Skaven.
When Skaven don't die, look at this filthy,
yes,
filthy
13
team.
players, Claw, Mighty Blow, Vermin, Natural One-Turner, Mighty Blow, Other Vermin,
with Tackle.
Lodge, Tacklers.
These 2 Vermin are perfectly developed. Mighty Blow Claw takes Piling on next, and Mighty Blow Tackle takes Piling on or Claw next. Perfect situation for both of them.
Yep.
The thrower, if you're going to take a thrower, that's a good thrower because he's got extra arms. Kick Dirty Player on the same play, that's Pucker. Couple of Wrestle Linemen, I like that too. This is a gorgeous team. It's such a shame I'm going to have to murder it.
It's such a shame it's going to kill your team.
Well, I've been asking the entire division to murder this team, and they haven't done it. So I'm going to have to... I'm going to... Like, you know that bonus scene at the end of... was it Age of Ultron when you see Thanos put the Infinity Gauntlet on? It's like, fine.
I may as well just do it myself.
I'll do it myself. That's me when I come to face this team.
Yeah, but also, like Thanos, spoilers, you're going to get fucked up, Metal.
No, because I'll be Thanos in Infinity War, not Thanos in Endgame.
No, you're more likely to be I just thought I can't be asked because somebody's going to get unhappy if I say something. So
Yeah, no.
On to Marcelo, who has more of a team than normal.
More of a team than previous. You know what you need
Yes.
to do? You need to do a vanity pass.
Vanity passes, yeah.
Only one and a touchdown would be good. Be fine.
Yeah.
That'll level a couple of players. You know what? It's getting there. It's moving forward. It's such a shame the Agi 5 blitzers niggled, but it's also still far too good to fire.
Yes. Especially we've seen some of the other blitzers still needing some SPP to get some levels in themselves.
But he's also got cash in pocket, finally. For the first time in his life, he's like, ooh, I might actually almost be able to buy another catcher. He's 10k off a catcher.
Ooh, that's quite nice.
And then he'll have 3 catches, and that's quite a good spot for a pro. You know what? I like that it's coming around for Marcelo, because he's such a lovely fella, and he's had such bad luck at the start of the season that I'm really hoping it shakes down nicely towards the end of the season, and he starts to get that team built up for next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Coach Cool, who totally not hoping this entire team die in an unrelated chivalry incident.
Yeah.
He's got two great linemen, like the 3 great linemen if you like a killer lineman. But I mean, like wrestle strip, wrestle tackle, perfect on Kislev linemen.
Yep.
That you love to see that.
Blow nice as well. It's a lot of SPP going on linemen, not on positionals. Still.
But it's okay on Kislev. That's not a terrible situation to be in. I mean, sure, you want your blitzers to start getting developed, but Kislev linemen still have leaping little very long legs. They're very good. Like, if you get this kind of utility on these guys, especially with the killer being a lineman, it means his blitzers can go into stuff like guard.
Yeah.
So you can get block, guard, stand firm, dodge on them for like 4 skills. Throw them into a cage and then let the lineman do the business. Rather than having to take stuff like strip ball and mighty blow on your blitzers. I quite like it. I'm quite a fan. God, I'm not looking forward to this game. We're playing on Monday.
Right, you. It's a team. Let's move on.
It's a team with 2 MNGs, sadly.
Oh, poor you! You've got 200k in the bank, and you're about 1600 team value. Poor you.
Yeah, I can't say what I'm doing with the 200k. I'm currently in that situation where I don't know what stadium I want to take. Because actually,
Anti-rock.
If you go over, I've already got the level 2 stadium, so I can actually buy an enhancement for 100k now.
I would say it's either anti-rock or anti-riot.
But I'm sure you'll see some good. I'm hoping you're impressed with one of my level 3 blocker, who I think the right way with, and didn't take Mighty Blow.
Yes, that's correct. Guard stand for him. You pray he rolls dodge next because Rog guard stand firm is just a nightmare to deal with.
I've already got Blodge guard on my other blitzer as well, so he's going sidestep. Sure hands came through nicely on my dodge blitzer, which is great. He's my ball carrier. My killer's got jump up now. I mean, and I've even gone into wrestle on a lineman.
So here's your big problem, because obviously next game
My big problem is when these 2 players come back, my TV is ridiculous.
Well, also your next problem is that you've only got 6 positionals next game against those Kislev.
That's actually okay for me. I'm actually happy with that.
And you're still giving away inducements.
I'm not, because I dropped bank from the cash. I've got 50k blow from cash, so I'll be at 1320.
You actually will go down to 11 players, yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 1320, he's at 1360, so technically I get a babe.
That's silly.
Thanks to the MNGs. But when they come back, my team value is insane.
I think you need to take the Rock or Anti-Riot, because Anti-Riot loses you games, Rock loses you players.
I'm on the fence. We're gonna have a think before we play the Disco.
Just take the Wizard Stadium. Just take the Wizard Stadium.
I was tempted. I was sorely tempted because I'm such high TV. Disco Dave's team. He's got a leader on his thrower, so he's got 3 rerolls. He really he felt he needed that 3rd reroll so badly when we played. So I do like to pick up a leader. Although he has got cash in the bank that he could, should he want to, buy an actual rostered reroll.
Or a third lineman so that he doesn't.
Are you okay?
I'm Johnny. Or a third lineman so he doesn't have to put any positionals on the line.
Well, he's got. I think you just put the troll on the line. That's just how orcs with a troll work, right? I don't know if.
I don't think I'd put it on if I didn't have to.
I don't know. It's got a couple of block orcs. Mighty Blow Tackle Blitz is really good. It's just orcs start slow, but Ezekiel, I really wanted to talk about your team, and you haven't rolled a level up. Can we look at? We know what we need to look at. No, we're not going to look at his potential level up. What we need to look at is this glaring hole in his team, because that was a troll that I fouled to death. That's his problem right now.
Not looking at his team just so that you could bam off about fouling a troll.
That's his problem moving forwards in this division, is that without a troll, Underworld have a really tough time.
Yeah, but he's got 140k, he can buy a new one. Move on. Right.
Simo Patello hate this decision. You can see exactly on this team right now what I hate. In fact, there's two decisions on this team that I dislike Mopatello. There's two decisions and I dislike them both.
You hate the Mighty Blow first on the Black Orc because it takes away reliability, and you hate the pile on before tackle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate both. And you probably feel the same.
I understand the Mighty Blow on the Black Orc because it is the last one to level up. And the other two are 2 and 1 SPP.
Infinitely better.
I know. But his other two are 2 and 1 away from leveling up as well.
What about the complete lack of tackle?
Yes, that is an issue. But he's... Tackle, my favourite blitzer, is only 1 SPP away from getting tackle.
Do you want to give him guard tackle instead when you could have had Mighty Blow tackle, though?
Hey, tackling tackles. That's all you need to hear.
Tacklo. Arriba.
Andale, el tacarino.
I know Muffalo plays a lot more orcs than I do, but I feel like it's not. I don't like the lack of consistency. Looking in at Wolfbark, he's got a block. He's now got a block Rat Ogre, which is just filth.
Metal loves Rat Ogres.
I mean, this team is actually, considering it was late to the party, is coming through quite nicely.
It's a strength 4 gutter runner.
Strength 4 on the Blitz gutter runner. 7 SPP gets him like wrestle.
Yeah.
And he's actually terror.
Yeah. That's so good.
I like what he did with the strength, the choice that he made, taking horns after strength. A lot of people might have given him like 2 heads or something, and I really like that he's committed himself to I am throwing this player at.
Yeah, well, it has helped me, and helped me has been used to throwing at shit, so he's filling the named role that the gutter runner has as well.
Fair play. Well, right. Shall we go over and look?
You can't tell it mean that.
The tipping comp.
Oh yes, please, let's.
Well, we need to tip for this week. Because I've left tips open until we did this. And I'll close tips immediately after this video. Because everyone else should have tipped because it's a Friday. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to tip now. So who do you think's going to win out of Orcanudos and Grinch?
I went for the Orcanudos. I think Mopatello's guard advantage and block advantage.
You know what I'm doing? I'm going for a big fat draw. Because, frankly, Orcs versus Orcs sounds like a draw machine.
Learning versus Nuffle's Chosen Misfits.
That's a really hard one to call. That's a really hard one to call. I might go with another draw. I'm going to be boring and go with a draw.
Okay, a bit brave. I'll go with Goblins. I've always got to back the Goblins.
You know what? Yeah. Okay, you've talked me into it. I'll go with the Goblins. I'm naturally backing myself.
I am going to back the draw because I think you're a shitter.
Wow, you are really dropping the ones all over the place.
I know. I've got 2 weeks worth to make up for, I'm afraid, and I'm also on holiday now from work, so I don't care.
Knight Juggler is back versus the Dwarven Death Bowlers.
As much as I hate to say this, I would back Gerber here.
Yeah, I would probably back Gerber. Did we even look at his team? Oh no, he had a pen level. I don't know. I was like, what does his team look like? Who knows? I'm going to go with the Cane Toads, and I think this could be...
The Elves versus the Elves.
I think it's the Cane Toads off the back of the fact that Cash
is going for
plays himself into losses that he doesn't need to take.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to continue to play himself. And also, I think Big Easy has a great team.
Oh yeah, it's a really nice team.
So I think it's a tough one for Toro Loco. Although his Minotaur might finally wake up because his Minotaur has been truly woeful in every game I've seen him in. He says he's saving him for our game, and I don't like that decision.
I like that decision. BBC versus Candyman, that is of course a game that's already been played,
which is why it's untippable.
Yep. And Unter Sartosa versus Wolfbark. I'm giving it to
I'm not just picking a team. I'm saying this is game of the week in this division. This is the one. If you only have time to watch one game this week, this is the game you watch.
I see. I'd put it as the Orc game.
No, because it's too hard. Oh, yeah, because everyone loves watching orcs just block.
Yeah, but rats are just going to one-turn each other.
Yeah, but that's at least interesting, because...
No, it's not.
They're not going to watch just rando one-turn, because he's got a rat ogre. So, Under Sartosa doesn't want to take the attrition from all the LOS blocks he'll give up. No, trust me, this is the game of the week.
That rat ogre's going to die turn 1 to a blitz from the Claw Mighty Blow Blitzer.
Well, that instantly, if that happened, would make this game of the week.
No, it would make it your game of the week because you hate rat ogres.
This is game of the week.
So are we going to have a wee look at it? So we've went through the
schedule.
Who
are we backing here?
I'm backing Sartosa with the one-turner and the Claw Mighty Blow.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
But it's still game of the week.
Okay.
It could easily be like a 4 or 5 touchdown bonanza.
It could also be a 0-0.
Yeah. Hinders didn't back last week.
That's because Hinders is an idiot.
How many of these people are only back off the back of us doing a recap? Because you didn't back last week either.
I did.
But you just got all of them wrong.
No, this is week 5 started this week, you idiot.
No. Oh, yeah, it did, didn't it? Because we missed
so these people that have got one shouldn't have got it because they've cheated.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, whatever. I got one.
Yeah, because you cheated. Let's look at the leader. Yeah, so the leaderboard. So who's top of the leaderboard on the tipping?
You by 2 points. I don't think that's enough to get cocky.
Going to the wedding and I'm
going to lose to Coach Metal. You're going to lose to Coach Cool. He's going to leap over. You know how Kislev always wreck you? You remember how good old Dice Lord Lewis M wrecked you last season? Because he was with his Kislev? That is what's going to happen. These Kislev are going to leap over you to a good finish. I have to say, super unimpressed with JJ Cash because he's still probably tipping in the wrong competition. I bet he is.
Yes, I'm just going to say, anybody that overtakes me in this tipping comp will find themselves with an admin ban and kicked out of Rebel.
You won't.
That includes you, Muppetillo.
You won't, because I overrule you?
Yeah, but once they're banned, they won't be able to come complain to you, because they're banned.
Don't think it works like that. Anyway.
Right.
Thank you very much for listening, everyone. It's been a pleasure, as always. Good luck in the rest of your games this week. If you want to make sure you're covered, make sure you take your levels. Thanks again for joining us, McNugget.
Bye-bye. And you stay classy now.
Yeah, do stay classy. Do
stay classy.
Definitely stay classy.
Stay classy.
Really, stay classy. Stay it.
Make sure you're classy.
Yeah.